Ladies and gentlemen, hello, we're live. I am Uncommon, and joining me today is Shazam Poof, and this is Delvin and D.
See, you know how like Day 9 talks about, like that friend that laughs at all his jokes and would laugh a little bit at the bad ones and a lot at the good ones, and that was how Day 9 was able to build confidence and tell jokes. I shouldn't laugh at that joke. That is bad.
I'll take your little laughs. I'll take your little laughs to build my confidence. Absolutely going to be worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill this music now. And this is episode 5. Where
episode 5?
Episode 5? Question mark? What are we talking about today, Tom?
We are talking about going back to episode 4. Second, next time on episode 5, where it's the history. It's the origin story.
The origin story.
Yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed, but playable.
We I think, and this one's actually going to take some time.
This might be a couple of episodes.
You think so? I just assumed we would just sit here for 5 hours and then hash this out and just get it done like a novel.
Sorry, that would be 2 a.m. No, I have to drive an hour for work tomorrow. So
they're training you to be a big bank exec.
And I'm getting my teller training.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which I specifically asked for.
Did you? Why?
Yeah, because to me, I got to know everything. Right, like if I can't help the tellers, then what good am I?
I don't know, Tom. What good are you? Fuck. Okay. So we have a couple notes here, but we don't have a lot of. We didn't write the book before we got here. That's not the point of this.
And some of our notes already conflict. And I will admit, I'm fully watching a stream on Twitch right now. And it may be as good as this show, but probably not.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not as good as what you're watching right now. But at least mute it, Tom. Come on now. We're building worlds.
Muted. I know muted. It's on the screen.
Yeah. So give you the lowdown. He's waiting for announcement of his tournament on the Pylon show. We also do pizza tournaments, as most of you probably know. My viewership has an overlap of people who watch me and people who watch me.
Overlap of 100%.
I was looking at some statistics. Me and Tech 4 share 87% of the viewers together. 87% of my viewers are also his viewers. So anyway, what this is they're gonna make the announcement that the pizza pie is handing out.
I'm not even going to listen to the announcement. I'm just going to see it on the screen and go, oh boy.
You gotta clip it too, so you can show me. All right. So that being said, creation story, Tom.
Yes.
We have.
I got Tom Thought bullets.
All right, Tom Thought bullets. You go through yours. I'll go through mine, and then we'll figure out how we break this down to start writing this story.
Okay. So, they're sort of the main reason to why a lot of this is happening is there's something happened where there is a shortage of gods.
Okay. For
newly developing worlds, what have you, something of the sorts. And when I speak in something's like close or near, like when you're talking about gods who, can possibly live forever, that's, near could be hundreds of thousands of years. But so like, there's definitely a reason to get, sort of what we talked about last week, these gods out of their diapers and, walking on their own. And so they've been using sort of these training sessions to try to train them and get them ready. The last trial that was had was it failed. The world fell apart.
Okay.
And but in order to try to get things done as quickly as possible, some some exceptions were made, some steps were possibly skipped.
Okay.
And instead of creating a whole new world, they just went to the other side of it. So on the dark side of this world is where the last experiment was failed, and through something happening, and whatever happened, 3 of the gods that were in it before perished.
Okay.
But they still just took some of the gods that were there, and maybe they weren't the best or the worst, but they're trying to like give them one final chance, as well as tossing a few more in.
Okay.
And so the 3 gods that were new, I was thinking would be Sanilus, Krolome, and Robad.
Okay.
And so then you have a mixture of old rivalries and new blood. And then one of the main reason that the last experiment failed had something to do with arcane magic. And sort of this is why there's this, protective layer, why it's taken so seriously and everything like that, because of what happened before. It's on the stream. Your face is on the stream. Your box is there.
My box is there.
Yes.
Wait, what does that have to do with what?
Hold on.
Yeah. All right, so I see what you're saying.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Oh, my face was on the pylon, you're saying. Was it that picture of me and Cole?
Yeah, they're saying, yeah. Okay. Well, there's some things. They're saying like the PPBW number 53 is Sunday, which technically it is.
Well, is it the one of me like leaning back with my arms up?
Your arms aren't up, but
my elbows,
you're like
my hands behind my head.
No.
Oh.
But yeah.
This is a new picture. Cool. Clip that shit.
Look at this showception.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh wow, I spelled arcane and magic wrong.
Yeah, I didn't change it. I was gonna let the world see your typos. I'm gonna zoom in on that really quickly. There we go.
But then some of like the little things. So that's sort of the general gist.
Okay. So here are my thoughts on this so far.
Right. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Go for it.
I'm not touching it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I did.
You have something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, okay. The entertainment here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna say my thoughts then while you do that. So
sure.
We have this world that has a shortage supply of gods, is what you're saying. The last trial ended in failure. 3 gods perish, and they're doing it again. They're trying to mature these gods again. But I'm not seeing any motivations to why the gods are acting the way they are in this at all. Like the gods don't seem to have the answer. They're doing what they do.
Right. Well, they don't know the win condition.
They all think it's something else for some reason. None of them are smart enough to go, what if we just work together for peace and harmony? Like nobody's trying that. Is the only
Well, maybe that's not the answer. Maybe that's what they tried. They worked for peace together. They were blindsided by their happiness. Some archmage came and blew some shit up.
I could see that with the majority of the gods. Maybe these 3 here the 3 that died had a role in that. Okay, so maybe happiness, turmoil free isn't. Now, what's keeping people from just sailing to the other half of this world?
And that is something that Krolome wants. So since Krolome is one of the new guys, he wants to know what was on the other side of the world. But
nobody talks about it.
None of the other gods either potentially talk about it. Anytime he tries, like through sort of some, work of the shield or something like that, you sail too far into the ocean and just the waves are, the gods work together just to sink any ship that comes, or strays too far from the land.
Okay, because there's a dark secret over there that they don't want.
Right.
And you would have to subdue enough of the gods to get over there in the first place. So
Yeah.
so these gods aren't omnipotent, omniscient. Is what I think we're building up this theme as. They're very powerful, but they can't just fly to the other side of the world.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, here we go. Pylon update, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tight.
We have two sections. So,
did they screw it up?
No. So there was like the announcement, and then we're getting an additional topic
About how we've evolved?
Yeah.
Nice.
we were an actual topic.
It's happening. Okay, we gotta focus, Tom. We gotta focus down. We have fans. There are literally twos of people watching.
And yeah.
I do want to see this. I can't. Are you clipping all this stuff, right? Because I can't watch it.
No, because I'm trying to focus, but I hopefully can.
All right, you can look at the video anyway. You can look at the video when it's done. You can look at the video while it's being recorded, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on then to what I had. Just my notes, and they kind of line up with yours. And it starts with, the in the beginning phrase. So in the beginning, there was the mother and the father. My thought is that there are gods in a greater pantheon that have decided to move and create this world for a motivation. Whatever this other world, this near future world that they want to plant gods on, they're part of maybe the rest of the D&D pantheon, and they just said, we're gone, we're going over here, and we're going to do our thing. So my thought then is they have, maybe they have many children, and this is one world. This is the one individual world that we're dealing with, but we have open to us planes of existence and other planets or realms that they might also have control over. But these 9 have been sent to this place to grow and mature, and this is where I would like to get a name for this setting.
A name for this setting.
So we have Faerun, right? Is the big one for Sword Coast and all the ones we normally play in. We have Eberron, right? What is the name of this world? It's not Pizza Pie.
We gotta keep the brand consistent.
Gotta keep it the same. No,
it's a pizza sphere.
Pizza.
Because we're on a world.
It's not a pot. It's a pizza plane. Gosh. All right. So something good for a name. Maybe it is like Is-a-Pay. It's pig Latin for pizza. Is-a-Pay. Aipe.
Is-a-Pay, Aipe. That's not bad.
Oh gosh!
If we change up the spelling though, so it's not like actual pig Latin, I think that would work.
All right,
Is-a-Pay, Aipe.
Let's take this base and work with it.
Oh my god! Best joke of the whole show. Is it though?
Is it pay? Is it pay? Like we could scramble the word pizza to be like,
yeah,
Zite.
Is that because that right now looks like is that?
All right, let me. Is that?
Well, no, I was just saying. Oh, so that's Zipe. Zape?
We can use the whole pizza pie. Is a pipe. We got these letters.
Is a pipe.
Wait a minute. Let's. There's got to be like an online scrambler, like.
Right.
Online scrambler.
So the problem is we have 2 Z's in an 8-letter word.
Yeah, I know. We're good. I just want to see all variations of this word, being scrambled. So, one word, enter. I mean, can I create it? All right. So, all right. I'm going to paste this a bunch of times, and that should give me a bunch of different scrambles. Now let's copy and paste this huge list and do it again. And this is going to be...
I see what you're doing.
Too many words. Only 20 words can I scramble. Yeah, it's only scrambling like one at a time for me. So if I... Nope, too many words still. Too many words. How many did I make? All right, yeah, fine.
It's a free program. It can only take so much.
It's essentially what's happening here. All right, so I apparently have to do it one at a time. Oh, God, that's horrible. Stop posting the source to this thing. All right, so...
So you gotta have a notepad. I don't even know where you are right now.
I am pulling a notepad up. I'm in BTS episode 5. I am.
Maybe that's bizarre. I guess there's no really reason for me to watch the other stream. But that was way more than I thought you were going to get it. So.
I thought it was pretty cool of them. Pretty cool of them.
Now I get to listen to like the actual what they're saying, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Right? They're like, again with the pizza. It wouldn't be a pizza pie without the pizza. We get a couple things. You're right though. There is a lot of Z's in our thing.
Wait, what is it?
Is it?
It's red blue.
Yeah, red blue. All right. So I have a couple variations. Let me paste them down here. We'll see what we have. Looking at this, yeah, the Z's, man.
Oh, there's pie in one of them. Like how the first two are exactly the same.
Is Payzap? Yeah. We can still scramble these further, but
right.
Is Payza? Is Payza?
As Payza.
Like just like that.
Yeah. Wait, that's too many Z's. We only have 2.
Oh wait. You're right. What did I do? What did I take away? I took away the P accidentally. Is Payzap? So wait, no, double P. Double Z. Payza. What else? Let's look for other. Yeah, you don't like that word because it doesn't exist. That's the point. We're creating things. This is how this works. One note.
How about pizza pie? that's completely defeating the purpose.
What's it suggest? It suggests appetize, piazza, apprise, di piazza.
Like piazza?
It feels very Italian. All these Z's. Oh man, these are not good words for scrambling. If I did like pizza. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it still looks like pizza because it's just pie just got thrown in the front of pizza.
Right. There's all the letters of pizza pie bi-weekly scrambled together. Using these letters.
We got lab. We got
peck. This is a peck.
It's a peck.
This is a peck.
What? Oh, it came up with Pie Lab. Maybe that's what we should have called it, the Pie Lab series. Oh, that's too close to the Pylon show. This is tough. There was definitely something that was said like before this, and before it didn't like the word that I thought was okay, but okay. I can't make those sounds again because it's not a word.
This is a peak.
Peak?
This is a peak.
Is it a peak or just a peak?
I'm not trying to use all the letters. I'm just now trying to come up with.
You know what we call that? We call that being a failure, and we say that for our other shows.
All right, fine. Pizza pie. Nothing but pizza pie. Hey
guys, welcome to an hour and a half of us trying to figure out how to stick 2 Z's in an 8-letter word and not have it sound like pizza.
Pies, right there. The very bottom.
Pies, no. Pies.
Zapes. Zape. Just put the Z's and the P's together and put all the letters together.
Why not like I'm gonna go over here.
Zappy. Zappy. Zape. Zapey. I gotta zoom out. Where are you typing that?
Just a little to the right.
Oh, I see it.
He's okay. I got pi and all right, I got 2 P's left.
This is E-I-Z-A, and then you have E-I-Z-A.
I have another C.
Zip. Zappy. Zappy. You sure we're not?
What?
Yeah. You sure we're not just sticking? We just need to stick all the vowels together in one giant bunch in the middle. This is ER. Ooh. The I's can be Roman numeral 2s.
Okay.
All right, so we have more options now. Now we're just dealing with
which would make sense since there's the Lost World, right?
There you go.
Except we have 2 P's, 2 C's, and 2 vowels.
Yes. It's Zezap 2.
Zezap 2.
Zezap 2.
Zezap 2.
Zezap. All right. But see, here's the problem: is the plane? This is the plane, like
right.
So the plane can't be Zezap 2, but the continent can be Zezap 2. Zezap the second.
That sounds, but then that raises the question to everybody who lives on it: what the fuck happened to the first one?
So here's the thing. Everybody just calls it Zezap. They don't know it's the second, but we do because we created the story. Zezap 2.
Zezap.
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 Zezap. Zezap. The
Oh
second.
man, how we got there was amazing.
I'm a fan of being there right now, though. Sent to. We're just gonna say, another plane of existence to grow. And we don't have to say another plane of existence. This can just be. In fact, that might make magic a little more interesting. This can just be a contained extra-dimensional space, a large extra-dimensional space, right? Like Strahd. But imagine remember in when we were playing Strahd, there was the wizard and he had a castle.
Yeah.
That castle was an extra-dimensional space. It didn't exist necessarily on a plane. Right. It was just in its own pocket dimension.
Right.
So dimension.
Yeah, and I guess it's like could it be like a school or a training world pocket? Like if these, you can't risk the actual universe, so you stick them in this extra dimensional space. So if everything actually just blows up and then creates a black hole, it doesn't ruin everything.
What happens when you open a bag of holding inside of an extra dimensional space? It turned it inside out. That's really bad. Some really bad things happen. Okay. I like it. It's cut off from the world. It's probably in Dad's pocket. He's probably got a pouch that contains the world. Kind of like Men in Black and that necklace.
Well, I was kind of thinking like a snow globe.
Ooh. I like a snow globe. I like it. And do you think they shake it every once in a while just to piss people off?
It's stress testing.
Stress testing. Give it a few natural disasters.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have our ideas out on the board. Mm-hmm. Let's actually do a little bit of drawing. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it nice and color and thickness here. I need this to be black and nice and thick here. Yep.
Why did I know that was coming?
There we go. Wait, nope, that's not straight. Let's make it straight. Can't be crooked. Let's lower the thickness a little bit.
Oh, the timeline. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a timeline. Sorry if I'm not verbalizing my words here. This is gonna be a timeline.
Just a nice thick black line.
Black line. There we go. Now everybody can see it, and we can insert. So now we can draw.
Is present day more towards the arrowhead? Like,
yes.
Okay.
So we start with like. So we start with, like, we add to this with bullets, right? So we go, the pocket universe and zap was created, and now we can put this like right on the edge of the timeline.
Are we gonna have it? Can we have these go up in diagonal?
Yeah. I mean, like we could do a couple things. We could tab them over. We could just put them independently there. You know, move them around like you type something.
Draw lines to the bullets. There's so many ways to do timelines.
There's so many ways. How about we stick to make a unique bullet, like unique bullet. Make it a circle bullet, and then just move it to where it's at on the timeline. So now when that happens a little after the Pocket Universe zap was created. So we can say the the original 9 gods were set onto zap to with little instructions, with no instructions.
Yeah.
And great power. All right, how are we feeling? Think this is the right way to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Okay. All right, Tom, you're up next. What happens? We'll just alternate. Whatever you say is facts in our world. Go.
No.
What happens next, Tom? Yeah, of course we can draft this. Come on.
Yeah. So
I'll keep it down.
Is there anything important that happens in between this and the world ending, or that first world ending?
Yeah, we describe how society was built. Maybe the gods work together against their own ambitions, or the majority of them work together against their own drives and ambitions.
Okay.
Maybe that's what you're right.
But is that a point on a timeline, or is that like?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be. It will be described. Yeah, it's a point on a timeline. That might be a line on a timeline. You could put maybe gaps of stuff at the top, things that covered huge chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another arrow. Do you need another arrow?
No. God. Or together to try and solve the puzzle. So almost like answering a question on a test, or just trying to figure it out, gather knowledge, get some sort of try to figure out the goal using their because who knows, maybe they know the end goal, but like they know the end goal and they're trying to get there.
I'm going to add in avoiding their own ambitions. Because in my mind, the answer to this is you need opposing forces in a new world.
Right.
You need ebbs and flows.
It's sort of like they were trying to figure everything out, and then like not like humans, because there's like a whole bundle of everybody. They were trying to work on that, came too comfortable and too complacent, and there was a power grab from the mortal population that they didn't react too fast enough and it
Okay.
just blew everything up.
All right, let's see. The races they founded, the races they crafted to rule habitat.
Habitate. Oh, I just hiccuped. It's
Habitate?
painful. Mm-hmm. It's right. You can tell by the red underline.
Right.
Here you go.
Crafted to live in the world. Eventually rose up to seize power. I thought it was too. Now, how about instead of crafted, the races they nurtured and ruled. Eventually rose up to seize power. Because these are the same races across all planes. We're still going to have some elves and dwarves. And, no need to get too crazy. I don't need to rewrite any technical stuff. In fact, I'm definitely going to be using both top and bottom of this.
Yeah, no, because and then we can alternate so it doesn't get too far away from the timeline.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me organize it a little bit then. So this should be about there. This should come a little closer than this, about here. There we go. Okay. This is going to be a mess. Not really a mess. I'll copy the page and then we'll be fine. Okay. You're up.
Seize power. See, I would take this and maybe like move this down like a little bit if we're gonna use like this whole line. Like there had to have been like some time there where things were like hunky dory, and then as time went on.
Well, this also isn't. I mean,
it's not to scale, but
right. I think we're drafting, and then we can fit it in later.
You're drafting.
I am down for creating some.
You're Vegeta.
I would rather. Wait, what?
You're Vegeta.
I would rather. I am Vegeta.
That's just what your picture is. I hovered over you and it was Vegeta.
Oh, where's my photo at?
I don't.
I think you're actually seeing my Windows portrait. Oh yeah, you are the TS. You don't have one.
Yeah, because I'm super cool. That's I'm doing it dumb. There's all their own ambitions.
Yeah, type it in and then you can drag it over easier.
Yeah, the gods react to
gods react the power.
Slowly and a devastating chain react. I know the word's spelled wrong. God dang it. And you ruined everything. Change where I'm typing. Stop. Action. Of destruction occurred. Look at me. Give me my Emmy, please.
Let me just continue clicking and fixing the spelling errors. All right, good. I like it. I'm moving it up here. Oh, down here.
I've already moved it.
Well, that's fine. Now I'm moving it, and it's okay. No, one line. Don't double the line. Awesome. Got it totally. Devastating chain reaction of destruction occurred. So next one is going to be the mother and father reset the process, moving the remaining 6 gods to the Zap 2.
which is, are we going with is the other side of the world?
I like it. I have no reason not to put it in.
It gives a potential shift in a playable area, which could be interesting.
Yep, you have the other side of the world, which can be explored if you're willing to face it down. I like it. All right. And added 3 more. All right, you're up.
Okay, easy enough.
I feel like each of these is still its own paragraph after the fact, but
okay.
You cheater. I'm gonna go ahead and move this all the way to the end, you filthy cheater.
Let's see what could have happened.
Well, so they land. The gods swiftly
Are the people there, or are they creating the people?
claim. Well, the gods swiftly claim territory. I think the people are placed there, and build.
The people are already living there.
Right. Their civilizations
in some fashion, not necessarily the fashion that it is currently, but they were,
I think what we get
in fire sticks. Yeah.
I think what we get is civilizations. I think what we get is some very primitive societies that they come in to influence. See what I'm doing here? Bam. Right in the center. Do I have more space? No, I don't. Okay. They come in here and they start they're claiming territory there, and they build up the existing civilizations that are living there. Probably, but they're not like casting their magic, right? They're playing a game of civilization. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you go here, go found a town, right? Here, start researching sailing. We're gonna need it.
Right.
Like that's what I feel like going on at this moment.
That's what this is. It's just we get on Friday nights. We just play a game of civilization. This was Shazam's plot all along.
Oh my gosh! Well, we what you do now is you go in, you get civilization. You use our world that we've crafted, and you let AIs fight it over for like a couple years and see what's happened. You record what's happened, and then you move on to the next one. Like that's not a bad idea.
No, it's
at
not
all. So we're going to make that as a potential episode, maybe a potential next episode.
That would take a very long time for me to figure out.
Setting up civilization. But you have that map, right? That's already pre-generated. Can you use that in Civ?
Right, but I can't just click and drag it over. I would have to create that map.
Wait, then you created that map and it doesn't import?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, but 2 different pieces of software.
Okay, but
that'd be so cool.
But on Civ, we would be set. And the borders could probably even shift. Interesting. I like that idea. Can we explore as a potential for the next episode how to set up the game to get there? Can we?
Potentially.
I mean,
yeah.
you could even spend the episode talking, working through most of the hard work, like learn how to do it, and then we do it. Okay, all right.
And this is like in 10 years, I'll start getting like Twitter 2 messages about, you idiot! This is not how you're supposed to set it up in Civilization 6. Civilization 5 worked way better for this. Why isn't this in VR?
Oh my gosh. No. Even worse, it'll get meta and our civilizations will get access to Twitter in their own world. And they'll reach out to you. All right, yeah.
Man, that'd be terrifying.
Game to simulate. All right, I would love to see what happened. We don't necessarily have to use it all, but there is something there. All right. Because you really do want everything mapped out, and you can map out the progress of technologies. Stop at the the Dark Ages. Mm-hmm. All right. So, coming from there, gods swiftly claim territory and build their civilizations individually. They grow, right? So they grow, and they grow to the point where what? You know, who we have these 9 gods now. I'm going to open up the deities page and look at it.
So now they're at a point to, you know, potentially they could all be trying to figure out the puzzle in their own way.
Okay.
And so they're starting to butt heads.
Who's the first one to have a conflict? So conflict is where this diverges.
It's got to be Ektoon and
I'm looking at it now.
Not Robad. It's Ektoon
and the Loros. One to the north.
Well, Ektoon is the one in the north, and it's
who's the other one? Laura. Oh, Laura's got a spirituality.
Right. So those are like the two heaviest hitters. Or they could have had some history where, you know, they could, it was still like a committee going forward, but they were definitely 2 strong personalities on the throat. And now with this new thing, they could be, you know, exploring it in 2 different ways. You know, maybe Ektoon, it goes crazy. He's like, you know, we worked together. That didn't work. The goal may be just to kill you.
Okay. All right.
And Robad sort of gets caught in the middle.
First conflict falls to Ektoon and Loros. I like it. You know, I just realized this would be so much nicer to read if we just did. And this is my fault entirely.
Just like everything that's not 100% perfect, all that stuff is me. Everything else is Casey.
Help me move this stuff. We don't have to move it like.
Why not do it like the English language works?
Like what I got to do now is cut and just paste into this like.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, but I don't see it on my screen.
Don't worry about it. You can't do it fast enough to keep up, I think.
Are you putting them all in one thing?
Yeah. So easy that way.
But then they aren't going to be properly spaced. No, that's
fine. What?
Because it's just going to be,
We could properly space them. That's easy.
You could properly space them. But we don't need to now.
Wait. Did I double one? Okay, so gods. Okay. There we go. Move it out, and that's it. Like we can do this, and then we can just go like that. Oh, wait, yeah, this is backwards. The gods were trying to work together first, for sure. Then we have this. Okay, awesome. God, that's so much easier.
Okay, and then
we can even subtab it now. The land, they both conquer large land masses, but come to a stalemate.
Yeah.
In the center. That explains the big map. We have where's our map at?
It's under deities.
Okay.
It's not the prettiest thing, but
no, it's our map though.
Because it's colored on. But yeah.
I'm gonna make a copy of this and paste it under locations. And actually, I'll take the world map itself and put it under World map.
Oh, that's what that is. That's right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's their.
We drew, their alignments, and
Yeah.
just delete that. All right, cool. Now we can keep moving. They both conquered large land masses, so if I'm looking at locations, yeah, absolutely. We're gonna need the new names on the map eventually, but
Yeah, no, I can look into doing that.
yeah, no problem. I think we've been okay about adding some work in between the episodes, but
yeah. There's I think one of the things that potentially here let's add a bullet.
Okay.
Committees. Committee meets again. Decides, because we got to have when the barrier goes up. Decides to have to use a barrier to seal out arcane magic.
No, I don't like sealing. I like making it legal.
Well, sure.
I mean, I want the players to have access to it at their own peril. I don't want to kill classes.
Isn't that all DMs want to do is murder?
I thoroughly enjoy making my players have fun. So nah. That's
here to stomp out. So that way I only have to change word. Because you can stomp if you stomp an ant colony. Are you going to get all the ants, Casey? No.
outlaw.
Nice.
And is it a committee?
Fishy. Outlaw the word.
So there's a couple gods. There's a couple gods that did this. Not all of them. Do we remember what we said?
No.
I
There was.
think it might have been on the map.
It was Inlo and
it was
knowledge. Fortic.
No. I've circled them.
What? Oh.
Yeah. I'm remembering what the circling is. Inlo, Ektun, Quiotes, and Loros. It was definitely those. So the two fighting plus Quiotes and Inlo. Now, did we rename Quiotes and Inlo to something else, or is it Quiotes and Inlo? It's Inlo.
Robad is but Inlo stayed.
Okay. Inlo, Loros, Ektun, and Robad meet and decide to outlaw arcane magic.
Now, why wouldn't the god of Fortic? Why wouldn't Fortic?
All right, so
be a part of this?
what's his deal again?
He's knowledge.
Because he believes in sharing knowledge. He believes that's the answer. He doesn't blame. He doesn't blame the mortals.
I thought he believed in obtaining knowledge.
He was specifically sharing. He was not greedy about his knowledge. Every time we've talked about him, it was Inlo. That's the keep it to himself guy.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to be a follower of the god of knowledge.
And I think that I guess that's
not
where we might be saying the same thing but different. But yeah, so like his but he doesn't go if like Ektun was like, hey, how do I do this? Fortic's not going to be like, oh, here's how you do it, and then here's how you do a whole bunch of other things you need, and here's all this knowledge for free. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
So
how about we take this and we make that part of a treaty between Ektun and Loros.
So are they no longer fighting? Or
North Korea, South Korea?
Well, no, I'm just saying when our player characters hit the ground running, are they fighting?
Okay. Maybe again later. But I think a treaty was drawn up probably by everybody. And that was one of the, now maybe not everybody agrees. Not everybody agrees to this, but I feel like the pressure and their influence of outlawing arcane magic definitely extends. Like there are enough mage hunters in other countries making this a thing.
Right.
They might not be supported where they're at. Like
they like Enlo's, even though Enlo's small, his grasp is far. Like if it's like a bloodhound. Like if he gets wind of something, he's gonna go after it because he doesn't know is that gonna come after him?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to it's like whatever, it's like that was it you who was talking about the colors? I have too many nerdy friends. How there's like different colors of magic, and then like there's like a baby that was born with like a color of magic that was more powerful than the current leader, so they would just kill them.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, so like that.
Yeah.
So he's killing mage babies.
He's killing upstarts, but he's got it. Yeah, no, absolutely, I could see that. But that's okay because divine magic is their source of magic. They're not worried about it. They are restricting the people.
Like it's a problem, but not a big enough one that anybody has time to deal with it.
Okay. Decide to outlaw magic.
Like it, but
their influence reaches far enough that gods who don't support this, their combined influence reaches far enough that gods who don't support this still feel its weight in their lands. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add some of these spellings to my dictionary. I'm ruining my dictionary with fantasy words now.
You should be able to have like a fantasy dictionary that you can tab in and out.
I mean, yes, I see it.
For all those DMs out there.
Now I wonder if it'll recommend it recommends now the proper spelling of Robad. Good. I don't have to do that little A thing all the time.
God, that's just gonna be annoying in like all the other formats. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do that in the map. Hopefully it's easy.
You're welcome, and it's a combination of Alt and the number pad, so you're good. You just gotta figure out what it is.
Let's see. No, okay, imagine.
All right, so we had the first conflict.
Retreats further into the depths.
Yeah, he's an underground guy.
Yep, and so, and then...
Ooh. Crafting a mega dungeon deep beneath the earth. There we fuck.
Where?
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just is where he keeps all of his bondaged up mages. it's like secretly he has a fireball fetish, but doesn't want anybody to know about it.
I mean, this is if he's going to live somewhere, he's gonna put some crazy things between him and his enemies.
Where's the Batman?
The Batman.
Torturing mages for where other mages are.
I can see it. Keeping collections for experimentation. Maybe a prison of things he can't kill but can capture. I can't kill this dragon, but it ain't leaving this floor.
Adventurers, check door for traps. Casey, you just smile and say, there's no traps. Open the door, dragon face. Breathe fire, party's dead.
Oh, man.
You didn't ask for check dragons.
Hey, guys. Inlo would not build a dungeon that was just going to get progressively harder as you went down levels. The dragon's on the first floor, you dicks. This is not a place for you to level up.
These assholes keep on going down the first 4 levels of my dungeon and then leaving. What the hell is going on?
I keep replacing it with disposable monsters, hoping it'll stop them, but goblins just aren't doing the trick. So I'm gonna write that like, this isn't a dungeon that gets progressively easier. He ain't no fool.
That's progressively easier.
This is not a dungeon that gets progressively harder. The hard stuff is
ends with the goblins.
On floor 1, farthest away from Enlow. I mean, I'm gonna trap the dragon, but then I'm not gonna live next to it. Come on, I'm living next to the goblins.
Are dragons arcane magic?
Dragons exist in a magic of their own. They are natural. Their stuff is innate. It's kind of like how do dragons fly, right? It's their own innate magic.
I put wings on my back legs.
Yeah.
There's an old internet thing for you.
All right. So they fail to conquer each other. They get a stalemate. But comes to a stalemate in the center. We're gonna put a truce, an armistice. An armistice is called. I want to say, armistice is called an uneasy armistice. Armistice is called, and they both focus on inward again, on their own lands again. So they're going to keep each other in check, but part of this problem now creates a problem for poor old. What? It's not Keots anymore. It's
Robad.
So what happens with Robad?
Well, I get potentially like he's small enough, like where they potentially don't care.
Right. Well, he's new, right?
Like
he's new, so they're like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Right. Like he's oh, come on, Tom. Oh my God. When Germany was fighting France, the Netherlands. Robad's kind of like the Netherlands, where like they were sort of at oh, there you go. In the north, where those two countries meet, or like maybe their borders weren't exactly that, but like Robad was definitely in the middle.
Right.
They were so entrenched there that they couldn't really remove one another. So Ektun says "fuck it" and just just goes through Robad's country.
Yeah, Robad's.
Just pillaging what they need to as they go through, and then they hit Loros in a weak spot, and then he has to bend and flex and respond. And then there's like devastation all throughout Robad, his territory. He's like, WTF, mate.
Cool. I'm gonna give that some time. Okay. I'm there. I'm down, and that means Robad is just he's probably plotting.
He's the new guy.
He's a new guy.
Pissed off.
I don't know if Robad got the short. I'm gonna keep adding notes to this so we're not saying things and forgetting. Robad is angry and plotting and desires power.
Yeah, and I think potentially so. An interesting point that I'm not sure if we want to write down, but just like an idea that I had that if somebody scrolls this far through the VOD, good for you. You can know this info. So once again, very just. I think it would be interesting. I've kind of been, trying to see where Fortic fits in.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
And it might be, I just had the thought that maybe he's the one that figures it out. And all of a sudden, one day, he's there, and one day he's not. Like the mother and father go, he's ready, plucks him, puts him into a universe, and then it creates this weird vacuum of power.
Fortich being the god of knowledge.
Correct.
Okay.
And then it certifies that there is an answer to the puzzle, but sort of the smartest, smartest one who, to solve it is now no longer there. And then there could be, Actun could, try to find a way and, get over there, or Inlo all of a sudden tries to scurry up there, and people just try to attack, get through the library, see what was there, to try to find answers. Also, John. One of the things that I was sort of thinking about John is John, in a way, he's the teacher's aide.
Okay.
That is just on the ground floor. And so he's not necessarily competing. Like he works with mother and father. Like he could be potentially a butler.
I don't like it. I don't.
And so then my question is, then what the fuck is John?
So I think everybody's put on this. Yeah. I think John, maybe John in the previous one, was maybe that chaotic evil guy, right? Whatever he did, he regrets his actions, and now he's trying to change. He saw a light, and he's trying to change. I like Fortich leaving. I think that's the beginning of the campaign. I think that's the beginning. Okay. I think that's the present day. Like Fortich solves really, he's plucked out, and now there's a vacuum, a power vacuum where he was holding down some power, and we can figure out what that power was. But John, I don't think that John has the answer. I don't think that he's got the right idea.
And John isn't searching for an answer.
Right. He's done. He's tired. He's not playing this game anymore.
Okay. So there's at least a point for John.
Maybe
that was like the one person, and so with the chaotic good, where I don't have an answer for what they are.
Right. How about this? And added 3 more. So we go John. We go with arcane magic was involved. We say John was in love with one of the gods that died.
Okay.
Of the 3 gods that died, John was in love with one. This devastates him, and he seeks inner peace. Oh, and not seeks inner peace, and he is just done with this game. Seeks out
and could potentially start to feel bad for the people of this world, like
empathy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with and began claiming civilization. Of the 3 gods that died, John was in love with one. This devastates him, and he's just done. He is just done, and we can sprinkle some things in. Tries to live a life of solitude. Maybe he even tries to kill himself, and these gods just can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we sprinkle.
Could he potentially also be seeking to get back to the other side?
I think
to where it all happened.
To what end?
He's just completely done.
I think we play that out. So in the beginning, he's done. He tries to live a life of solitude. So John eventually we add in now. We say, John finds his way into Chromolo's land and starts to find peace among humans. and we just start sprinkling in his history, right? So at the end,
Mhm.
John decides his answer to the riddle will be to make peace with
and
himself.
and potentially there's, if he then all of a sudden turns to captaining a ship, since he is a god, he can make it further than any ship captain has been before. And while it's not like an actual force field, with the water coming crashing, he can keep it at bay, um, and weather the storm, and that could potentially be a way for the party to get over there.
Maybe they befriend him. I think in a moment he takes up a normal everyday life, and maybe he does his best to not cheat every once in a while with his god powers. Right. But
and I mean maybe that's like one path. Maybe the player characters go a completely different way, and he does something completely else. Like I think that he could be. we come up with a bunch of story arcs for him, and then just wherever they're going, bam, there it is.
Takes up a normal everyday life and lives among a small farming village. Okay. All right. So we need some history for some other people. I think we talk about what's the name? The actual name is Sanilus. So Sanilus is new. Yep. I think Sanilus takes. Go ahead.
No, you go, because I was just about to say I don't know.
Perfect. Sanilus.
This is the one I don't know the most.
I like this one. Sanilus immediately takes to her inner calling, and begins to nurture the I'd say like the plant life, the forest, nurture the land and creatures around her. This probably leads to nurture spelled wrong. Nurture. So nurture the land and creatures around her. Go and enter a vast forest. Soon overtakes the. Which direction was north again?
Are we actually gonna keep the map sideways?
I don't know. If you can't rotate it, we don't have to.
Okay.
I'll just make it the eastern.
The east south or the west south. She's in the west south. If you look at it like two.
Oh yeah, southwest. Overtakes.
No, the west south.
A vast forest soon overtakes the southwest.
And could she be like, she's trying to think that she create either some sustainable ecosystem or just like magnificent creatures
I think she's just following her passion. I think she wants to create life, and she's creating this forest should be a dangerous place full of untamed, wandering beasts of unique variety is what I have in mind here. So to get there, I think this is almost like an Ivy villain, like Batman Ivy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just.
I was like Pokemon.
No. It's Batman Ivy. She's just gonna take all of civilization and tear it down. So you're like a vast. What's her deity? What's her calling again? Chaotic neutral. Okay. Vast forest soon takes southwest, and the civilizations there are forced to quickly adapt or be overcome.
And I guess with before Fortic was gone, like there's like a part where they meet, and it's like there's like a lot of mountains cutting it off, but like there's that section towards the end where there's just like there's people assigned to just constantly burn the vegetation that like makes it like it just constantly grows, and they have to cut it back and burn it, and then it just like grows, and it's just like this never ending I
like it.
if they don't watch it, it just will like slowly take over.
So Fortic is forced to raise mountains and employ workforces. Not even workforces. Employ, military to employ forces to constantly keep the forest from reaching into his territory. The land between is desolate and dead in order to assist this effort.
Mm-hmm. They like just like salt the passage.
Just mild, probably not even just the passageway. Like this is a lot of land if you look on the map. I think this is like hundreds of like just completely destroying any hope of anything growing for dozens of miles. Because there's a good section of land here.
Oh yeah,
it's probably a dead zone. We can call it the dead zone. One thing I think we need to do soon is give each god their own page so we can start linking these names to those pages. We're going to start linking stuff soon. But we need to expand our arrow
vocabulary.
Well, that too. Your words are atrocious.
Hey, my misspelled words are fantastic.
They do add time to our episode as we make those corrections. I think this is good.
Gold.
I think we continue this. We fill in the gaps next time.
You know what? Honestly, like I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I mean, we've only done it 5 times, but like 4 out of the 5 times, I'm like, where the heck is this gonna go? And then at the end of it, like I'm very happy with how this
went. That's good. That's good. I think between the two of us, we keep this thing moving along. We're not letting ourselves get stuck on writer's block or anything like that. And I think we fill in the gaps here, and I think Fortrick solves the riddles and plucked out, and we work our way to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 5 of Delvin in Deep.
No, I'm not laughing.
Where we talked about the creation story, the opening, and kind of the interactions between gods. Things we said we wanted to work on were how the map ended up the way it did, how the map ended up dividing, how magic became illegal, and the failings of Robad. So we kind of touched on those, and those would be great things to expand upon. We need to build onto the personalities of the gods and their trials. And did the gods have a past history? We covered that. I think this is a 2-parter. I like it at least as a 2-parter. Any last words, Tom, before we close this out?
No.
You heard it here, folks. We'll see you next week, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, same channel on Twitch. This is Delvin in Deep, episode 5, and we'll see you in Zap.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in a week.